Hi everyone, late night vlog. Yeah, kind of late night anyway. I'm just kind of hanging out. Had a final to give today, and so that's done on a little mini vacation until fall quarter starts. But my summer quarter was pretty good. Trying out my new hair here. I cut it off, as I told you, and now I just kind of got a little curly afro, little mini afro going on and stuff. And I'm really liking this look. I'm liking how it looks. So I love this little mini afro and love this little, finally knowing what to do with this natural hair. I'm really happy about that. That part I'm really happy about, and kind of knowing how to, you know, make it look the way that I kind of want it to look, and it actually looking and stuff. So it's coming along pretty good. But tonight, after my hair story, tonight I'm coming with a vlog called "It's Not Your Issue." And I know you're probably thinking, "What's not my issue?" And it's not your issue. Essentially, kind of what happens regarding some guy. Women are women are, and especially black women, are trained in a many ways. Many black women are trained to be a little codependent. We're kind of in love with people's potential, and stuff. And so we see potential and then in possibilities, and we're thinking, oh yeah, if I could just get that person, I could make them better, or I could do this for them, or I could do that for them. I don't do the possibilities thing. I don't do the potential thing. I don't do that. You don't, you kind of, as a man, you need to come and do what men do, which is, you need to step up to the plate and you need to hit the ball out of the park. And so when I talk about a couple of things, people got kind of mad at me when I talked about the thing about fatherless men not dating women, not dating fatherless men and stuff. And how is that his fault? How, and that's not his fault. He didn't do. You know what? That's not my issue. That's not my problem. It may not be his fault that his dad left. It's probably not his fault his dad left. But the resulting of what happens usually with fatherless men, it is not going to be burdened on me. He's not going to put it on me because he didn't have a dad, and now he doesn't really know how to respect women. He doesn't really know how to treat a woman. He doesn't really know what men are supposed to do. He's kind of he has this kind of super macho thing going on because he's really not sure who men are because he's never really seen one in his house and stuff. Yeah, that's not my problem. Not my problem. And people were like, oh, that's so whatever. It's still not my problem. My problem when I was dating, my problem was making sure that I found the best mate for Eugenia. And that was my problem. And so when I thought about everything, I wasn't particularly thinking about this guy. I was particularly thinking about me and what it was that I needed. Now, I had a lot to offer, but there was stuff that I needed coming back in return, too. One was that the man knew how to be a man. So that means another man had lived in his house, or, he spent time with his dad and knew how to be a man. I don't want to have to train somebody. I don't want to have to get somebody in shape or anything like, because I'm already in shape. I already know how to be a woman. I already know how to be a wife. And when I become a mother, I'll know how to be a mother. I had a mother and father and stuff. So I already kind of know how the family dynamics work. I know what men are supposed to do and kind of what women are supposed to do, some of those roles that people have and stuff like that. Because I'm very traditional in what I do. Now everybody's not traditional, and if you're okay with being non-traditional, you go right ahead. But I was in a marriage once where I was the man, and I have no interest in being the man again. I really did want a man who was a man. So the guy who was, didn't have a father, a relationship with his father, yeah, we didn't talk. We didn't do anything together because really I'm thinking about me and I'm thinking about my progeny. I can feel bad for him all day long, but I'm not going to let him come in and F up my life, because of the way he was raised. Abandonment is abuse. And people who are abused usually abuse other people, or they become codependents, which is, another kind of weird form of abuse and stuff, it can be. And so I don't need all that, It's not your issue to solve all the problems of the world. It's not your job to do that, especially, and I'm talking um, really to women who are interested in marriage, long-term relationships and marriage, And I'm talking to those women. When you think about long-term, or you're thinking about having a child with somebody, being married to someone and having a child with them, you really have to think strategically, not just about your all cushy, soft feelings and all that stuff. I have to think with my actual brain here that there is stuff that, I need to make sure that he has and possesses. Now, it's enough with the men, as I've said before, it's enough with the men who have two parents that got a bunch of issues and problems. Why would I ever, put something against myself? Why would I make it worse than it needs to be? Now, there is probably the rare man who just, had his mom and whatever and turns out okay. But, in all likelihood, that is not going to be the man that you meet when you meet the guy who's been raised by his mother and a bunch of other women, and he usually just resents and hates women and stuff and thinks that women are supposed to work all the time and do everything because, well, that's all he's ever seen women do and stuff. So that was not my thing. Also with the shy guy, which I keep telling people, there's no such thing as a shy man. I'll say that again. There's no such thing as a shy white, non-black. There's just not. There are men who are shy, but you put them in the right situation and they will talk to you. But I'm always a little bit, kind of freaked out by men who are, don't talk to women or have never talked to women, or they're here and there and everywhere talking about, black women and all this stuff, and they never actually dated a black woman, or they've never, said anything to black women and all this stuff. I take some of this stuff from other people that I've heard, and I think somebody I've heard who said this. I think they have something that's really important to say, and something that's probably vital. Black women may need to be really careful about some things, particularly online dating, because you may end up kind of meeting or talking to men who never have any intention of ever dating black women. They're just a bunch of freaks and weirdos on the internet that are trying to get their jollies off, and they're using you to do it. That's why I always recommend when women online date that you meet him within a week. If you don't, you need to book it and keep going, because he's not interested in meeting you at all and stuff, and there's a kind of a lot of freaks that, these guys that would talk online about black women and how much they love black women all day long and would never meet or date a black woman. They just want to do some weird thing and stuff like that. Don't tell me how much you love black women and you've yet to meet a black woman, or you've yet to date a black woman, or whatever. It's weird. It's just odd and stuff. And whatever this kind of weird shyness thing or whatever, yeah, people can be socially awkward. I know that people can have social anxiety, but if you got that kind of social anxiety, and it's just true, go get some help. Okay, it's not my job to give people therapy. It's not my job to help you come out of your shell and be a man. My job is to make sure that I get the best mate possible. Even my shy husband, as I've said, who's super shy, so shy that he barely even talks in front of his own family, shy. Even he had enough sense to know that when he wanted something, he went after it. Now, I met him online, but he had to make the first move. I wasn't making a move on nobody. He made the move on me. We had to get together. He had to pursue some sort of relationship, and shyness be damned. He wanted something. He saw something he wanted, and so he made sure to go after it. He made sure to do what he needed to do. It's not your job. It's not your issue to, bring shy men out of their shell, or to help shy men, or to go over and talk to them so they can feel comfortable with you. That's not your job. Your job is to make sure that you present yourself in a way that's, appealing, you think is appealing to other men, and, comfortable for yourself, that you do whatever you need to do. You do your little flirting thing. You're open to love, and you're open to the possibility of swirling or whatever, and stuff. And you keep yourself open to that. You smile, and you do the thing that would draw him in to you. Other than that, if he's not drawn into you, don't feel bad. I don't know what his thing is. If I just would have said something, or they're just so shy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If he really wanted to be with you, he'd figure out a way. Whatever. It's not even this, kind of, oh, if I just said something to him, if I just made sure I went and talked to him, he would have. Yeah, when you put yourself out there first, when you make the first move, buy the first drink, go over and holler, whatever, and stuff. You've now put all the onus of everything on you. Women, stop throwing yourselves out of there like lumps of meat. As I say all the time, you throw pussy out there, men will catch it. They're it's not like men won't just take a easy catch. Of course they'll take it. Now, would they want to do something with it, or and later on, or want to try to grow all that? Yeah, no, it's not gonna put no work into all that. It's easy. It's not anything any man worth anything is gonna want to do, and stuff. So stop making it so easy. It's okay if some men don't talk to you. It's okay if some guy doesn't want you. Really, I don't ever really get this thing of every man has to love me that I hear some black women say. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Every man's not going to love you. Not ever going to love you. That's never going to happen. So why does it matter? And to tell you the truth, personally, I find it insulting if every man loved me, because every man's not supposed to love me. Every man's not supposed to think he had a chance with me. There was supposed to be something about me for some men that was just like, okay, no, I can't even do it. Which is great, because that means something about me was, it was dynamic enough that only the kind of person that I needed in my life would come my way and stuff. So it doesn't really matter if every man doesn't love you, every man doesn't think you're good looking. Stop. It's not your issue. If a man doesn't like you, if a man is looking online and he sees your photo and doesn't like you, well, please don't ask him. If he decides he doesn't go on a date and he never calls back again, or he never, don't ask why. Why would you do that? Okay, why would you ever do that? Why would you put yourself in that sort of position to make yourself a almost victim? Okay, why would you do that? That's like self-abuse. I don't even understand that. What does it matter if you didn't think I was attractive enough to want to ask me out? If you went out with me once and you didn't think I was attractive enough to go out with again, that's fine. That's okay. It's okay to be rejected. You don't need to know why. Here's your closure, ladies. When he doesn't call back again, there's your closure. I don't really understand women who want this closure and all this explanation, all this stuff. When he started acting funny, there was your closure. When he didn't call back after that, after that date, there's your closure. You don't need to know why. Because you know what? If you ask, either he's going to say something that's going to hurt your feelings and you're going to regret that you asked it, or he's just going to lie. And it doesn't even matter, at that point. Really, what would happen if he told you anything anyway? Would you decide to jump up and change yourself? For what? There's probably a guy that will like you just the way you are. It's not your issue. If he has issues with you, that doesn't have anything to do with you. You could go on being yourself. Why does it matter if he doesn't like the way that you look? Why doesn't it matter if he doesn't want to go on a second date with you? What does that matter? What is this clinging, sort of crazy, codependent, these sort of be with me thing that some black women have, that we're just, if everybody isn't falling at our feet when it comes to swirling, oh my God, we're so devastated. We don't know what to do. We're just, oh my goodness. It just can't be true. Oh my God, well, what's wrong with me? Am I not the right kind of black woman? What did he do? What did I say? Did I talk too loud? Oh, was my hair not natural enough? Did I put on enough makeup? What? yeah, it's all the neuroses and the craziness and the stuff I hear and see. It's just, I'm just like, whoa, everybody needs to step back and take a breath, okay? It's okay. It's not your issue. Whatever issues you have, whatever things you call for issues for yourself, you need to worry about those. I had issues for myself. One of them was that I was impatient. That was something that I didn't particularly like about myself and I needed to work on. But everybody else's issue is not my issue. That's not my problem. That's personal and they need to take care of that personally. If a guy doesn't want to be with you, if a guy's too shy, you're at the coffee shop and the dude you've been seeing there every day keeps looking at you, but he's too shy to say anything, too bad, dude. You're lost, not mine. Because, somebody else is going to say something. Somebody else is going to step up to the plate. If a dude is fatherless and all that stuff, I feel really bad for him and everything. But that's not my problem. My problem is to think about what's going to happen with my future happiness, with my progeny, being raised by someone who was raised in some kind of really super dysfunctional family and stuff. It's enough with the ones that were raised in supposedly regular families. Yeah, I'm not setting myself up for complete failure with somebody who's got a bunch of issues and is trying to work them out somehow with me, work out issues they got with their mama with me. It's not gonna happen and stuff. So, I looked for what it was that I needed. I was not trying to give anybody any slack. I was not trying to give anybody any extra points or anything like that, or trying to build them up to some potential of what they could be if I took them in and loved them enough. That will never happen. No one will change because you love them so much. That's not ever going to happen. So what you need to look for is what you want, what it is that you desire for your life, and for your future and for the future of your family. It's not about him. Hey, some guys are just not gonna get, get certain women. And I'm sure there's lots of women out there that are willing to take men like that because they want to love them back into wholeness. They can go right ahead with that craziness and try to do all that. And, you end up with, years gone and emotionally abused or physically abused, with some narcissist, whatever. Yeah, you can do whatever you like. I'm trying to get the best from the jump, and stuff, and get the best chance at a happy relationship. Your thing is to get the best chance at a happy relationship and a happy marriage from jump. If I would have chose something with somebody with potential right now, I probably would still be single and whatever, or in some really horrible relationship with somebody horrible. But because I chose the person that I really desired and wanted in my life, and he had the qualities, and he wasn't, red flags weren't going off all over the place. Now I have a happy marriage and relationship that's growing and about to grow into a family, doing things that, the way that I believe that they should be done, and having the things that, that I want for my own life. Everybody's got something that they want for their life. Everybody's got something that they want when they talk about finding a mate, and that's really up to you. I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't, do for your specific mate. I'm telling you that some of the stuff you see, some of the red flags you see going off when you see a guy or dating a guy is not your issue. Do not try to solve that stuff. Do not try to make it better. Do not force yourself into a bad relationship, really. Make sure that you're looking out for you. Make sure most women I know have really a lot to give to somebody, the right somebody. Why give it to somebody who's lacking? Why give it to somebody who's not going to reciprocate in that? Remember, relationships are a give and take, give and take, give and take. So why give to somebody who's not going to give you all the things you're going to need so you can give back to them? Why do that to yourself? Why make it harder than it needs to be? You want to make it as easy as possible. So I'm just giving this just as a little, just as a little vlog, just for something I've been seeing here lately about black women always asking questions about why men don't do this, why men don't do that, and why you don't like me, and why. Girl, he gave you closure when he just left. He gave you closure when he did when he didn't call you again. That was you're done. It's closure. Don't worry about why. Just go on with your life. You're good enough to find someone who is good to you. So don't sit around overthinking it and overanalyzing it. It's not worth your time. Okay. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope everybody has a happy Labor Day. I probably won't see you till after Labor Day, and we'll talk again. Okay. Bye bye.